and tell me what you think is going to be the solution. Write them down in the comment section. So in the last video, we talked about our first data type in Python, that was list. In this video, we are going to be talking about another one of popular data type, that is going to be tuples. So when we talk about tuples, tuples are going to be represented by parentheses, whereas when we were dealing with list was with square brackets. So that is one difference. Let's talk about some other important factors about tuples. So the way the tuple differs from list is that tuple is unchangeable. That means it is immutable. That is very important for us, and this becomes a very important Viva question, interview question as well. The difference between list and tuple. Lists are mutable, you can make changes in them, but tuples, you cannot make changes in them once they have been defined. Let's go ahead and try out a few operations ourselves. So let's say we want to have a tuple, naming it as TU, and that is inside round brackets. Let's have a list of vehicles. So I would want to print the type of TU. This is a type tuple. Let's see if it can take a different data type as well. Yep, it can, no problem at all. So that was the first thing. How are you going to create a tuple? This has to be inside your parenthesis or your round brackets. Okay, once we're done with this, let's move ahead and understand another thing. When we're talking about tuples are also ordered. So if this is position 0, 1, 2, and this is position 3. If I want to check what is on position 1, let's see what gets printed. It should print motorbike. Let's see what is getting printed here. Motorbike. Perfectly fine. Let's see how it's going to respond to the negative indices. So this is going to be -1, -2, -3, and -4. So let me go ahead and check out what -2 is going to be. So it is printing bicycle, -2, -1, -2. That is correct. So we've understood how the tuples are ordered. There's simple indexing over here, right? So then that is done. Okay, so now when we're talking about if tuples can allow duplicate values or not, it can allow duplicate values. Why is that? Because every element here has a specified index to it. So till now, the things that we've learned is tuples are going to be shown using round brackets or parentheses. Another thing is that it is indexed. That means it is ordered. Another thing that we've learned is that this is immutable. That means you cannot make changes in it. Oh god, my horrible spelling. Anyways, and then the another thing that we have understood is that it allows duplicate values, right? So these are the key learnings till now. Let's move ahead and talk more about tuples. So another thing that tuples allows us is to calculate the length of it. So the length is 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me get rid of this line, it might be confusing. So we can also calculate the length. Let's keep on adding the features that we've understood. Let's look at one very important feature of a tuple. So if I were to make a list, okay, so I can just have a list like this, and then if I were to print the type of the solution that I would get was, this is a class list. Okay, this is very common, this is nothing unique at all, everyone knows this. But if the same thing were to happen with a tuple, let's see what is the type now. Pause right here and tell me what you think is going to be the solution. Write them down in the comment section. This is a class integer. Okay, so that is something which we didn't expect, right? What if I have a comma here? Let's check out what it's going to be now. See, it's a class tuple. So this is how you're going to define a tuple containing only a single value or only a single item. Always remember, when you're dealing with tuples, you need to have this comma. If you don't, then this is just going to be an integer class. Let's move forward and learn a few more things. So what are the data types that tuples can take? So you can take integers. The tuples, they take integers, they take floating values as well with no problem at all. They also take integers. Oops, they won't take that. These are the basics of tuples. Okay, let's talk about the tuple method now. Let's take an example to understand what this is doing. So if I'm having a tuple, say tu, the uses of this tuple method is if you want to convert a list or a set or dictionaries into tuples. So this is essentially a list, right? This entire thing is a list. But now I have a tuple method inside which this list is present. Let's see what I get here. And let's check tuple. So if I were to just check this again. So this is what the use of the tuple constructor is. Tuple constructor is going to convert your list and dictionaries into tuple. Okay, I bet you didn't know that. So if you've made it so far, consider subscribing to my channel and also hit the bell icon so that you would get notified every time I upload a video. Also, don't forget to like this video. Let's move ahead and learn a few more things, but that would be done in the next video. So that is it for this video, guys. This was a very short and simple video where we ended up learning a few things which are completely different to us. So I hope you all like this video. That is it. Bye.